You're always talking about leaving, milk carton, black and white face, smile vacant for the picture, parents waiting in the driveway.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Deconstrut. My name's Charlotte and I do DIY and sewing videos. Today we're going to give our spring summer wardrobe a little bit of a boost. So I'm actually going to be moving in the fall and I've been trying to minimize my closet. Haven't been really successful, but I found a few pieces that I think would be cute for a quick clothing flip to make the perfect summer pieces. I'm sorry if this video is extra long because I am fitting in 3 things, but I felt like 2 was too little, so you guys get 3. I'll do some before shots so you guys can see what it looks like, but the first piece is this Lacoste dress. I just think purple in general is not really my color, but I really like this part because it's in that polo material. You can see it has the little crocodile logo. In fact, this still has the tag. Here's the thing, I didn't buy this. This came from my friend's closet. She was getting rid of it and I was just like, ooh, Lacoste. Give this a little bit of a makeover and make her a little bit cuter. The second thing is this white shirt that I stole from my dad's closet or donation pile. He was getting rid of it, so it's just a white collared shirt. It has some lines in the pattern. Not sure if it's translating through. A nice light white shirt is always classic, but we're gonna give it a twist, make it a little bit edgier, a little bit cuter, aka we're gonna crop it because that's what I do to all my clothing. And then the last one is this old knit kind of like tank tunic that I picked up from Aritzia during a sale, like I want to say like 5 years ago. This thing's old, but because knitwear is so trendy right now, I think maybe transforming this into a 2-piece set would be a lot cuter and I could get more wear out of the 2 pieces. That's the idea. We'll see if execution happens. So that's my plan for all 3 pieces. Let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna do to this purple dress is to remove the purple part. Not a fan, we don't need it anymore. I'm just gonna cut it off and try to maintain the black part as much as possible. So I finished taking off this Lacoste piece from the rest of the dress. It's just a little top right now. Like I could leave it as is, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reference the rest of the dress here for like the length and stuff because the length was kind of nice, and find some black fabric to make this into a 2-tiered dress with some like gathers or ruffles. I don't really have like a polo material per se, but I'm sure there is some sort of black fabric I can use for this dress. So I found some fabric. It's fairly lightweight, like you can kind of see through it. Not really, but it's very light and flowy, which is what I want because I want to have these gathers on the skirt. So the first thing we'll want to do is measure the bottom section of this top. Take the measurement of the bottom of this section. We're gonna find the mid halfway point because I want it probably the same length. It's about 11 inches. Okay, so what we want is essentially a super long rectangle, like so. We're just gonna say this is the top of the dress. It's like this, has the ties. So this here is 14 3/4. And then the height we want is 11 inches plus seam allowance. So then this width is gonna be 14 3/4 times 2, but we want gathers, so we're gonna multiply that by 1.5 because we don't want too many gathers. And then there's gonna be another rectangle later, right here. This is also gonna be 11 inches. And then this length that we're gonna measure from this one here, but we're gonna times that by 2. It's gonna be that times 2. With the rectangle that we just cut out, I'm going to serge all the edges to prevent fraying, and I'm also going to close up the 2 shorter sides here so it forms a loop. So with our first looped rectangle, we're just going to take this measurement right here. And this is probably going to be easier with the ruler. This is about 22 inches. It's going to be 22 inches times 4 for our next rectangle coming up, because we want to double the gathers and make it denser. So 88 inches proved to be way too wide for my fabric. I ended up cutting out to 44 inch or 44.5 for seam allowance by 11.5 inches for that last tier on the bottom. It's okay to do it in 2 pieces because the seams will line up on the sides of the top, so it should be fine. We're just gonna make this into like one super big rectangle now and attach it all together. So to do the gathers on the rectangular pieces, you'll want to use a longer stitch length. You'll want to sew 2 rows down the entire length of your rectangle, and then taking the 2 threads on one side, you're going to pull on them very gently to slowly gather the fabric until it is shortened in length, and then it is the appropriate size to attach back to the top, and then so on and so forth for the other pieces. I just finished gathering the 2 tiers. I'm going to be stitching the first tier to the top, which I've tucked on the inside here, and I've just pinned it in 4 spots so it's evenly distributed. I'm going to be using a zigzag stitch to attach this. The reason being is that this piece is still a little bit stretchy and I want to be able to get it over my shoulders. And then I'm going to do the same thing with tier 2, but with tier 2 I'll just attach with a straight stitch, as there won't be any more stretched as we go further down the dress, and also it flares out more in an A-line style anyways. That's just like a little update on that, in case you were wondering why I was using a zigzag stitch. It's just because I wanted to maintain some stretch. Here is a quick look at the dress. We got the bottom, middle, and the top layer all in. The next step is to hem the bottom edge here. We're just going to fold that in and then do a tight stitch on the bottom here all the way across, and we might also add in 1 stitch here just to flatten it out a bit more, but that's what it's looking like. Super cute. I'm really excited to try this on very soon. Here's how the final Lacoste dress turned out. I'm so much more comfortable with it being all black. I love the A-line flare. It's just so light and breezy. I'll definitely be getting a lot of wear out of this for summer. And on to the next project. So I just put the white top back on just so I can see where I want to crop it. Just going to crop it just underneath the button, so there's a little bit of room for seam allowance. And I'm thinking of taking the pocket off. I'm not really feeling the pocket, and it's just like really big, so that's gotta go. I think that's how I'm gonna start off with this top, and then we're gonna use the remainder of the top to form the straps by cutting it into strips, and then we're gonna use the iron to fold nice thin strips that we're gonna reattach back onto this top and make it cute. First, gonna trim the shirt to the cropped length, making sure to keep some seam allowance, because we will need to fold it up just a tad to finish off the raw edge. So taking 2 ends of 2 different straps, we're going to put it together good sides facing, and you'll want to stitch it along the diagonal right here. And what they'll do is help you attach your straps together like this in a diagonal formation. Makes it really nice and clean and neat, and you can have a super long strap. Okay, so this is what the cropped length looks like. I think it already looks a lot cuter. There's definitely a lot of room in the back, so we're gonna have to put in some darts in here just to take it in just a little bit. I'm gonna take off the pocket still. This is just a quick check-in so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm gonna use my dress form to put the shirt on and do the darts in the back. I added in some pleats in the back, kind of to mimic if there was that pleat in the center back of some shirts here. I wanted to taper it in on the waist a little bit, but I still wanted that kind of like oversized feeling. And then, sorry, this thing is so creaky. And then for the front, I ended up doing just a few pleats to gather it a little bit around the bust area, which I think will be cute, as this will be like crisscrossed over. And that's how I'm just gonna take it in. I think that should be enough. Really hoping I don't stab myself right now with loose needles on this. I think it'll be cute when it crosses over, so it creates a more dramatic look. And then in the back, I added in those two pleats here to take it in a bit in the waist, and that's how it's looking. I just quickly ironed the pleats down just so they'll hold a bit better, and we're just gonna take our strap and attach it to our top. I'm just gonna take the midpoint of the back of my shirt and the midpoint of my strap, and I'm just gonna line it up and start pinning it down. So you're gonna put good sides together like so. After pinning everything down, you'll just want to sew it down with a straight stitch, allowing about 1/4 inch seam allowance or less, and then we're gonna do some ironing and then finish up the strap, and then the top's done. This DIY is super easy, definitely doable in just an afternoon. It's one side pinned, if you can see that. And I'm just gonna sew a straight stitch to the bottom edge and the strap. Okay, I'm done ironing the strap. What I did was I flipped both the edges in, and then when we sew it, we're actually gonna fold it in on itself one more time. So the strap is super skinny like this. And you're just gonna sew along this open edge right here. You just have to do that on the whole entire top, and that's about it. That's the last step. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll do a try on. Okay, third DIY thrift flip, getting ready for summer. This is our last one, and it's to transform this knit tunic from Aritzia. I think this is actually the first piece of clothing I bought from Aritzia, and I got it on sale, $40 from their like season end sale, and I wore it all of twice, and I didn't wear it more than that. I still feel like knit is really trendy right now, so I kind of want to do this into like a two-piece set. It already has this slit detail on the side, and it's a bit shorter in the front, a little bit more coverage in the back, which is nice. What it looks like, here's an up close look at it. I feel like the blue is also still really cute and trendy as well. This is probably going to be the easiest upcycle, especially like for the skirt. I'm literally just gonna chop it and put an elastic in. And then for the top, we'll see how much material is left over. We might have to rejig it a little bit. So it might be kind of cool like the other way. Okay, gears are turning. Let's get started. So laying the top out, I'm gonna figure out where to cut it, and I'm gonna use the help of a well-fitted skirt that I really, really like as a reference. But we're gonna leave a little bit of extra space so we can insert an elastic. Because this is a knit material, I'm gonna run it through the serger just to seal up the edge here because I don't want the knit to unravel. If you don't have a serger, I would recommend doing a really tight zigzag stitch. I'm also going to be using black on my serger because I'm too lazy to switch it out right now from the last DIY. Yeah, it's gonna be on the inside though, so no one's gonna see it. So next I'm just taking some elastic. I believe this is a 1-inch elastic, and I'm just gonna measure it around my waist so I know how long of a piece I need to cut for the skirt portion, just to cinch it in. To attach the elastic to the skirt bottom, we're going to encase it. We'll put the elastic in after. But basically I'm just going to fold over the edge here and stitch along the entire opening. So you want to make sure that you left a hole in the opening right here. Taking your safety pin, you're just going to feed the elastic through this waistband opening. Once you get the two elastic ends out, you'll just want to sew it with a zigzag stitch multiple times to reinforce it, to attach the elastic together. You want to shimmy the elastic back inside the casing, and then you just want to close up the remaining opening, and that's it for the skirt. So this is all that's remaining for the top portion. Not a lot of fabric. Half my boob is having a party. I mean, if I pull it down, it's fine. I have an idea. What if I wear it backwards and use the back as the front instead? So there's a little bit more coverage, but I thought this would be a lot cuter with the skirt like that. It's like a little bit more coverage in the front. There's not that much fabric left to work with, but I think this could be promising. So I think what I've decided is I'm gonna make this into a halter in the back of my neck. I think that'll be cute. I hope that'll be cute. Okay, we have one go at this. I'm kind of scared. If not, I guess I just have a skirt, but yeah. Using the same method as I did on the skirt, I'm just going to create a channel on the top, feed the elastic through, and then attach it together so it is a bit more fitted on the bottom. And I'm also going to have to do it on the top back portion as well, where I cut the straps off here, just so that it's like secure on my back as well, and that'll just probably be half the length of this. It was not intentional to make this basically a rave outfit, but there wasn't a lot of material to work with in the first place. Here's a try-on of the top. I'm just gonna tie it. This is the general feel of it on top of what I'm wearing right now. Actually, let's try on the whole set real quick. All right, this last one isn't completely done because I do want to replace the back of the neck with one of those swimsuit halter things, but You guys will get the gist of this. Just wait. She cute. She real cute. Yeah? Yeah? I think she's really cute. Look at this. Sorry, I'm on my tippy toes if I'm wobbling a bit. I think this turned out really nice. I was pretty skeptical about it. I think it was a good move on flipping the back to the top for a bit more coverage. That's what the halter back looks like. If I ever go to Bali, this is what I'll be wearing. I don't think I'm going to Bali anytime soon, but if someone wants to take me, be my guest, I will show up in this outfit. Let's roll any final try on clips that I have, and I'll see you guys later in another DIY.
It's sunnier than most days. You'll never see the sky if you keep looking down. And if you take the wrong way, then maybe you should stay instead of turning around.
That's a wrap on these 3 clothing flips. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know which one is your favorite or which one turned out the best. I'm really excited to take these out for a spin. I'll insert some pictures from Instagram so you guys can see what they look like styled. And if you guys are interested in another clothing flip video, please let me know. I can definitely do a part 2. I have no shortage of clothing to give new life to, and this was really fun. So I really enjoy being able to transform my clothes. Also, a small announcement. I did open up a shop, so I'll leave the link down below. And basically it's just some small handmade items that I've made, like these earrings that I'm wearing today. These are just tiny crystal strawberry earrings. I love them. I think they're so fun and cute for spring and summer. And they're just like the little perfect sparkly addition to any outfit. So if you guys are interested in purchasing those, I'll leave a link down below. Keep your eye out because there will be other styles coming out very, very soon. Again, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you end up making any of my DIYs, please use the hashtag Deconstrut so I can find all your lovely projects. And I'll see you guys next time in another video. Bye!